Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's Heresy Thursday. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Heresy Thursday enlists the support of the mighty battle automata with free Legion Imperialis Cybernetica rules. The Rise of the Dark Mechanicum is the latest supplement for Legions Imperialis, bringing armies of robots and technological abominations from either side of the systems of Mars. One of the main fighting forces of the Mechanicum are the Legio Cybernetica, at the same time respected and feared due to their use of terrifying battle automata. You can now add Legio Cybernetica cohorts to your armies with bonded Cybernetica support formations. Support formations are a new type of formation with simple rules for inclusion in your army list. For every regular formation chosen from a core list, an army can include one support formation. Some of these give you the option to choose detachments from other army lists, and unless otherwise stated, these units do not count as allies, nor towards the allied contingent points limit. So a very cool little piece of artwork right here, and definitely some awesome new rules for the Legion Imperialis players out there. So we do have a download link. I'll put that down in the description for you guys for the bonded Cybernetica support formations. There's 7 formations, 1 for each of the Legion Astartes, Solar Auxilia, Mechanicum Tagmata, Dark Mechanicum, and Collegia Titanica, and 2 for the Knight households. Alongside special rules and detachment lists, each also includes designer notes giving you ideas on how you might want to convert or paint your armies. Alright, so very cool. Focusing specifically on the Legion Astartes, and then also the Solar Auxilia, and then we had the Mechanicum, the Dark Mechanicum, the Titanica, and the Knights. So first we have the Brethren of Iron. As the relentless wars of the Horus Heresy continued, the Legion suffered losses on an apocalyptic scale. Most found some means of bolstering their ranks, some conventional, others arcane and prescribed. One fairly common method was to induct Cybernetica manacles directly into line units, with some even granted the honor of wearing Legion heraldry. Brethren of Iron detachments provided a great chance to paint your automata in a Legion heraldry. It is appropriate that the automata feature at least some parts painted in their parents' Legion's dominant color, such as their shoulder pads shown in the example below. Perhaps especially long-serving manacles might feature automata entirely backed in the colors of their associated Legion, wearing the designs of their allegiance for all to witness. And then we have the Collegia Titanic support cohorts. The Collegia Titanica were paragons of war, but even god engines require support on the battlefield. Some Titan legions relied upon bonded automata to fulfill such a task, favoring the superiority of machine and augmented Tagmata warriors than more traditional troops. Collegia Titanica support cohorts offer another chance to paint Cybernetica constructs in a distinctive heraldry of another faction, in this case the mighty Titan legions. As with the Brethren of Iron, how much of the automata's form is painted in the livery of the parent unit is a matter of taste. The example below shows a Castellix resplendent in the yellow and dappled gray of the Legion Griffonicus. Knight household retainer cohorts and Aegis cohorts. A Knight household tightly bound to a forgeworld would often rely upon Tagma elements to support its scions on the battlefield. Voraks and Voltarax were commonly included into Knight lances, where the automata would serve as a pathfinder and vanguard elements in cohort with Knight armigers. These formations are a great way to expand an existing collection of Knight armors and to paint them in the colors of the Questerus formula, of which there are numerous examples to follow. And then we have the Iron-bound Ruin Host. Many Magos willingly infected their existing Tagmata with the malignant scrap code, burning out the sanctioned machine spirits and allowing malefic spirits to inhabit the new vacant Cybernetica cortex. Such creations burn with internal power, their new animating power driving them forward with an incessant hunger to slaughter. The Iron-bound Ruin Host is made up of a rank after rank of corrupted automata, led into battle by a fallen magi of the Dark Mechanicum. They're a great opportunity to go to town with the brooding color schemes, as well as weathering, degradation, or other signs of corruption. Alright, so very cool. And then we have the Iron cohort. Many Solar Auxilia cohorts would reinforce their fighting strength from the forgeworlds they had fought alongside, supplementing their infantry with maniples of automata. Given the brutal efficiency of such war machines, the Divisio Malarius has done little to discourage such traditions, though these Iron cohorts would often find themselves assigned to the most grueling and deadly war zones. Iron cohorts might be painted in the utilitarian Excurtus Imperialis service gray of the first-line Solar Auxilia cohorts of the Legion-driven honor livery of one of the Legion's Auxilia cohorts. Now a quick word from today's sponsor, CMO Games. CMO Games carries a full range of Games Workshop products including miniatures, paint, terrain, tools, and more. They take pre-orders for most Games Workshop new releases as early as possible, usually 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. CMO Games offers 15% off of MSRP for most all Games Workshop products and offer fast free shipping to the continental United States on orders over $50. Most orders ship out within 24 hours. You know their customer service is top-notch as they've been selling games online for over 20 years. Use the affiliate link below and let them know that Warhammer Man sent you. Alright, and then we have the itinerant Cybernetica cohort. While Magi were not present to excise dissonance cascades and logic errors, many would begin expressing aberrant programming with their cortex engrams. In the most extreme cases, Automata cohorts would disappear from known records, appearing sporadically to join battles of their own volition, only to leave the campaign's end, proving high-resonant attempts to integrate them into existing command networks. While the majority of forgeworlds field automata clad in the distinctive red of the Martian cult, or else in more somber black that came to be favored by many trader forgeworlds, the itinerant Cybernetica cohorts are something else entirely. Shorn from the strict hierarchies and doctrines of their home forgeworld, their heraldry has come to be as unpredictable as their actions. As such, they represent a chance to invent entirely new palettes and themes in order to really make them stand out. Alright, so very cool. Just kind of jumping over to the download here. We have 8 pages, the bonded Cybernetica support formations, how to use these support formations, and then 1 page dedicated to each of them, the Brethren of Iron, the Collegia Titanica support cohorts, the Knight Household Retainer cohorts, the Knight Household Aegis cohorts, the Ironbound Rune Host, and then the Iron cohort as well. So very cool. Quite a bit of work it looks like has gone into this document and these rules. Definitely got some nice ways to incorporate some of the battle automata into your existing armies, expand your forces, and create a custom combined force with some cool paint schemes, some background lore, and then of course like opening up the can of worms for you to create your own. So again, the link will be down in the description. Let me know if you're excited for the new Legion Imperialis rules and this week's Horus Heresy Thursday update. Always like to hear back from you guys in the comments. And as always, special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the channel. Check out the link in the description to save 15% on most Games Workshop products. And make sure to tell them that Warhammer Man sent you. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and this is pretty freaking cool. And I'm out of here.